Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. We are live. How are you all doing? It is a wonderful Wednesday? It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wednesday out here in the United Kingdom. Very beautiful, very sunny. It's actually a warm day today, which is hilarious, considering we don't usually get those. But how you guys all doing? Welcome into the stream. We are live once again. We're doing a little bit of a React Andino second channel stream, having a lot of fun. We're gonna watch some good videos, have some good vibes, some positive vibes, talk about a few things, talk about a lot of things, and then we're gonna record more videos. It's gonna be fantastic. What's up? Hello, Marcy. Hello, Topham. Hello, Eternatus. Hello, Agile. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Thunderstorm. Hello, Masterful. Hello, Nilo. How you guys all doing? The Five Nights at Freddy's video hit 500,000 views. Yeah! That's a lot of views. You know, it's funny. On that video today, I had a comment that says, and I don't want to misquote this man, so I'll find the exact comment so I can read it out word for word. It would be terrible if I were to misquote this individual. But it took me, I would say, like, by surprise, even though I've had these comments before, which was, let me read it word for words, just so you know exactly what I'm dealing with here. Oh my god, I am pissed off. Why he can't stop pausing him? Why can't he just shut up and listen to the video? It make me so pissed. So, chat, thoughts? True. First off, my initial thought, true. Why can't I just shut up and listen to the video? Problem that I think that many people have when it comes to my content is I don't just shut up and listen to the video. Sorry, I forgot the angry cursing emojis too. The guy was very upset that I wouldn't... The guy was very upset that I was reacting to the video, which is a bit of a hilarious response to have. Usually it's, oh, reactors just watch the video and they don't say anything. I have the opposite problem. I react too hard, which means that people are like, dude, I just want to watch the video. Maybe they should go and actually watch. Actually, no. I don't want them to go and watch the video. I want them to watch my video instead. So you know what? They can keep doing that. That's fine. It's almost like the original videos are linked in the description of every single reaction that I do, and you can go and watch the original one if you want to. But you know what is? Who am I to say? Also, I had an eye test today. I went into Specsavers. I had an eye test, and they told me that I'm blind. And I said, who said that? Okay, they didn't tell me that I'm blind, but I do need new glasses. Actually, my vision is pretty much the same as it was 5 years ago, so I'll take that as a W. But I'm getting new glasses soon, though. So this frame, it'll be a thing of the past soon. Also, eye tests are really weird. They flash lights into your eyes, which I thought would be bad for your eyes, because I thought that flashing lights is really bad for your eyes. I thought that would make you more blind, but I suppose maybe I'm wrong. But I'm not blind! They said, the optician was like, actually, your vision has gotten slightly better. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. How did that happen? How did it get better? That's very strange. Have I ever tried contacts? I kind of like having glasses. I'm going for a different style, though. I'm gonna get rounded glasses. I'm gonna get one that's like this, like rectangular, and I'm gonna get rounded glasses as well. We're gonna try out a new style. We're gonna see how that looks. Gonna try and look a little bit more, we'll say drippy. I'm gonna have like round gaggles on, round gaggles. Yeah, apparently your vision can like get better or like improve. So that's cool, right? Which is weird because I stare at screens all day with massive lights blaring in my face. You'd think that mine would deteriorate really fast. The optician was like, I think it's gone a little bit better. And I'm like, I think you're lying, optician. But I have no proof to say that you're lying. No proof whatsoever. No, I tried on some frameless glasses. I did not like how they looked on my face at all. I thought it could only get worse. Really strange. No matter what glasses you have, you always look great. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you to say. Very nice of you to say, Michael. The issues with your eyes might have improved, or they just overestimated the first time. Maybe they did overestimate the first time. It was 5 years ago, though. 5 years. That's a long time. How's Leo? Leo's fantastic. You know Leo. He's always running around yelling at cats. Dude, I got jump scared yesterday. My cat was at the window, like, doing his meow, and he just was like, meow, meow, meow. You know how cats do that sometimes? When they're looking at birds or something out a window, they'll be like, meow, 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 meow. I'm like, oh, God, Leo, shut up. I know, you're looking at birds. I look to my right, and there weren't birds, but another cat looking in the window, straight up sitting on my window shelf, staring at me in the eyes. I was like, what's he doing here? What's that thing doing here? I walk up to the window and I like knock on it. He just continues to stare at me. I'm like, this guy's got some bollocks on him, isn't he? He's a bit of a brave one. So I go outside, or I go to open the door, sprint away, and I'm like, coward. Should have known you'd run away like a little scaredy cat. So I won, basically. I won the fight. There was a fight, a battle of wits, a battle of nerves. I won. I beat the cat. So, yeah, I was like, I actually got jump scared by that cat yesterday. We don't have PTRs of Leo in this chat. Yeah, we should. No, we do. We have PTRs of Leo in this chat. I can see it right here. See? There it is, right there. Could be a robot spy cat. True. There could have been a robot spy cat trying to spy on me, playing The Legend of Zelda. Is Jasper still alive? Yes, Jasper is the ginger cat Jasper is still alive. Yo, Tento! Thank you so much for the first super chat of the day. Round of applause. First super chat of the day. Appreciate that, Tento. Pet yourself Noodleful Luck, everybody. Make sure you pet your Noodleful Luck, everyone. Thank you very much, Tento. Very nice of you to say that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do you think about the situation in Sudan? Bad. It's not D's notes joke in it, is it? Very poor taste if you're going to do that. When's the last time you seen him? Like 2 days ago. Zelda, new Zelda, awesome. Taken up a lot of my life. I went into the depths of Zelda, which is basically the depths of hell. It turns into a horror game. I'm like, I'm pissed off. I don't know what to do. I'm running around. I don't understand. And then all of a sudden, I get on an airplane. And I start driving my airplane around, and then I'm like, hold on, hang about, what's that over there? What's that over there? Hold on, I see something over there. And I land, boom, it's a mine. Crazy. Learn how to do something cool that I won't spoil because, you know, maybe, I don't know if it's a spoiler. I don't think it's a spoiler. It's just an ability that you get. But cool. Really sick. Now I'm enjoying the depths, even though it's basically the depths of hell. Just finished it today? Dude, how are you guys finishing this game already? I feel like I've got like at least 3 more weeks on that game. Why do you want to pet this some noodle what you eat? Dude, I'm not eating my noodles. This? I'm not eating these. I'm not eating these. I'm not eating my noodles. What do you mean? You also meet a certain someone? Oh, I think I know who you mean. Yes, I mean that too. Yo, Pokemon Trainer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Good morning from Ohio. Good morning to you too. Trainer Red, I thought you were on Mount Silver. What are you doing over there? That's very strange. Yeah, I've been playing it. I've done a decent amount like the temples, and that great game though, super good. I just wish, oh my god, I wish your weapons wouldn't explode when you look in the general direction of an enemy. I swear, I pick up a sword, I'm like, oh man, this sword is sick. I can't wait to use this sword to defeat Ganondorf. And I look at an enemy and it blows up in my hand. I'm like, damn, this is, I don't like this degradation system. If you want a degradation system, that's fine. Listen, I'm an Oblivion simp. Oblivion has weapon degradation, but Oblivion at least lets you kill like 5 enemies before your weapon blows up in front of you. And Link does the dumbest thing in the world when one of his weapon breaks. You'll be smacking an enemy. Just think of this. You'll be smacking an enemy, going absolutely hog wild on a moblin or something. It blows up and Link just goes, You hit the attack button. Link's just like, I don't know. What do I do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. How am I supposed to? What do you want me to do? Doesn't punch. Doesn't get another weapon. Just goes, I don't fucking know. What's going on? What's going on? You're using a bow and arrow. You're firing off bows. Bow explodes. Link's just like, pfft. Don't know what to tell you, bud. Link, you have more bows. I don't have to select it for you to just pull one out. Nope. Sorry. Don't know what my bows are. You have to tell me where are my bows? I don't know what my bows are. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's my one little complaint that I have is that the weapon degradation boils my piss, and I just don't like it at all. Ooh, spammers, time them out. Yeah, someone should teach Link hand-to-hand combat. I know he's supposed to be like the swordsman of legend, but it wouldn't hurt to be able to just like be able to punch something, right? Just teach him how to throw a good punch. Get him in a boxing ring for a bit. That would be alright, right? That would be okay. Pat's the kind of guy to ask someone something and then when they're answering, ask another question. It's called being interested in people. That's what it is. Am I gonna watch the PlayStation State of Play? Wait, I didn't even know there was gonna one of those happening. PlayStation State of Play. When is it? What time is it? What time does it happen? 2023. But when is it? It is on April 2023. What? April. Well, that's not very helpful. Wait, 2019? What? The PlayStation website says 2019. Oh, it's in September. Oh, dude, it's in September. Oh, that's 2022. Bro, why do they make it so hard to find out anything? It's just impossible to garner any information. It's today? Oh, it's today? Oh, God, wait, what time is it today? Oh, it's at 9. Oh, man, that's at 9. That's like, what, 5 hours from now? Nah, that's at 9. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. I might watch it, though. Dude, I don't know. Is anything happening with PlayStation? PlayStation's been kind of cringe lately. PlayStation and Xbox been very, like, lackluster. They've been throwing out as much games as Top Gun has had movies. Like, every now and then, like, once every 20 years, you get, like, a game. Spider-Man? Yeah, dude, it's like just Spider-Man, though. I mean, I'm excited for Spider-Man, don't get me wrong, but it's like just Spider-Man, you know? PlayStation, US, Xboxers know our place and it ain't with Sony. I'm gonna be honest, simping for a video game console in 2023, I'm just gonna say it's a bit silly. Literally, none of them have any games. I don't even know what you're simping for anymore at this point. A logo? You're like, damn, I love this logo. This logo is awesome. Also, it's a massive corporation. I promise you, even PlayStation and Xbox congratulate each other on like good game releases. The console wars ended about 10 years ago. Everyone collectively just agrees that it's good if there are good games. Even PlayStation and Xbox are like, hey, congratulations on releasing an awesome game. Didn't PlayStation tweet about Tears of the Kingdom or something like that? Or Xbox tweeted about Tears of the Kingdom? I saw some reply to that tweet, because Xbox was like, congratulations on doing your Zelda, Nintendo. And someone replied to it and was like, pfft. No message about Redfall. Oh no, it's PlayStation, because Redfall doesn't have PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't have Redfall. So PlayStation tweeted, congrats on doing your Zelda. And someone replied, no tweet about Redfall. Like, no. No one's talking about Redfall. What do you mean tweet about Redfall? Why would you do that? Why would you waste your breath? What a shame. What a shame that game was. Came out and the crowd went absolutely mild. It's one of the most underwhelming releases I've ever seen in my entire life. Everyone shat on it for like 2 days and then no one spoke about it ever again. What's Redfall? Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what's Redfall. What exclusives does Xbox have? They had Halo. Now, Halo's kind of like not as good anymore. They have Forza, I suppose. What else do they even have? I guess Bethesda games now, technically, right? Do they even have anything else? God, I can't even think of any other Microsoft exclusive games. Does anyone care about any of these other games? That's it. It's just Forza and Halo, and then they have Bethesda games. That's it. Yeah, that is literally it. Damn, well, Xbox really needs to get on their game. It's funny, there was an interview with Phil Spencer, who's like the big guy at Xbox, and he was like, yeah, no, we've been sucking it lately. We've been absolutely sucking it. They lost Halo? They didn't lose Halo. It's on PC now, but they didn't lose it. It's still an Xbox exclusive. It's just on PC as well. Which I think every exclusive game should be on PC as well, but maybe I'm an idiot. I prefer there not being that many exclusives. Because the more games that I can play on PC, the better, because it means I don't have to buy game consoles. Because you know what? I don't have an Xbox Series X or a PS5. I just have my PC, and I don't have either of them. Emulators? Yeah, good luck emulating a PS5 game. That's gonna go really well, yeah. This is a premiere, right? A premiere of what? I didn't even know there was a Wolverine game. When did that get announced? Oh, yo! You know what's gonna come out soon? The Gollum game! You have to pay extra DLC to get the Elven language DLC. Anyone excited for the Gollum game? Let's go! Imagine Tears of the Kingdom on PC. I mean, I don't have to. It already is on PC. Oh, also, I'm pissed, chat. I'm going to war. I'm not happy. Chat, it's time to assemble into the formation. Assemble into Testudo formation. It's time to gather the legions. It's time to summon the troops. Nintendo is copyright claiming Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. I have heard from my trusty source, being my friends that upload videos, that they have blocked Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. Like the Then We Fight videos. It's Jova, chat. It's all Jova now. It's done. Yeah, Dylan just posted one of his videos got taken down. I don't know if it was taken down or copyright claimed, but he said that Tobin had 2 of his videos blocked, which is super cringe. Nintendo, what you doing? So it's Jova, guys. Yeah. Bad news, everyone. Was it one of the modded videos? I mean, they're all modded videos, right? It's like every Scarlet and Violet video now it's modded. It's not gonna be like a normal video, right? I mean, to be honest, a lot of my videos aren't modded. Like a lot of my Nuzlocke that I did weren't modded. I did a randomizer, but a lot of them aren't modded. Yo, Panda, what's up? How you doing? New Critical video coming soon.
Hey, what's up everybody, it's Critical. Scarlet and Violet are booty butt cheeks, but that doesn't mean Nintendo should be taking down those videos. I think that's about as ridiculous as a chicken. Fry cooking another chicken.
Yeah, this... Oh, wait, has it been blocked? Yeah, the videos got blocked! So yeah, Scarlet and Violet videos are getting blocked now. Thanks, guys. Is it crazy? I grinded for 999 Master Balls in Scarlet and Violet, and this is the payment I get.
This is more cringe than the Men in Black animated series.
So that, how ridiculous is that? So stupid. I can't believe it. They can take my randomizers from my cold dead hands. That's what they can do. They can take it from my cold dead hands, and they probably would kill me, to be honest. They'd just be like, okay, and then just kill me. It's the music in the background. It's just random Nintendo music. I'm literally watching this video right here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm literally watching this video right here. 4 hours of Nintendo music to scratch the itch in my brain, and it is 1 hour and 7 minutes in. There you go. That's what it was. If you're all curious. Oh, I didn't make a video about the Fresh and Fit stuff, did I? Oh, dude, that Fresh and Fit stuff was crazy. You're reacting because gaming is now illegal? Yeah, no, I have to. Dude, I'm just gonna have to do this forever. I'm just gonna have to react forever. I'm not gonna be able to post any more gameplay videos. They're just gonna block it. So those videos give them revenue? Not Nintendo. Gives YouTube revenue. But if they claim the video, then it gives them revenue, but they didn't claim it. They blocked it. They don't even want the money. They just want to get rid of it forever. That Nintendo music gonna get you banned? You know, it's funny. You know the dry docks theme from Mario 64? The swimming theme where it's like boo doo doo doom boom 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 doom boo doo doo doom doom doo doom boom. That gets claimed. Specifically that one. I've never had any other Mario 64 music get claimed. That song gets claimed for some reason. It's really weird. What did they block? They blocked Dylan's and Tobin's videos. They made Scarlet and Violet videos and they got blocked worldwide. How crazy is that? Don't hum it, they'll claim you. Oh, you're right. You're right, man, you're right. Need to be careful about this. The Diadox. Yeah, oh, sorry, it's not called Dry Docs, it's called Diadox, that's right. But anyway, chats, yes, we're gonna react because not allowed to post gameplay anymore. That's illegal. No more fun, Nintendo said. It's illegal, so now we got to post gameplay. Reminder, you can become a member on this channel if you'd like the wonderful emotes. You want to support me. And also, if you want to do custom TTS, then you can do so via the pinned message. Right there. You can make the text-to-speech say anything that you want. You can make it say the most ridiculous things. You can make it talk with a Trump voice, a Biden voice, a Moist Critical voice, a SpongeBob voice, a Watch Mojo voice. You can make it say all the things. And you can also add sound effects to them. If you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to. I know it's 1984, right? I can't post Scarlet and Violet randomizer videos. This is 1984, brother. This government has gone too far, and I think it's time that we do a revolution. A workers' revolution, I think. I think the workers should do the revolution. They're claiming Scarlet and Violet, not your fan games or ROM hacks. I mean, I don't have any fan games. Well, actually, no, we do have Subtitle version. There's no Trump Biden voice? There is. There should be. Is it not? I think you can do a Trump one. I'm pretty sure I added that. You can try it. I think you can do it. Because I have one for my second channel, I have one for my main channel. I think on the main channel one I added it, but this is the main channel tip link. So it should work on my main channel. But it'll still come as an alert onto this stream. It's very awesome. Very high tech. Very high tech stuff. Very high tech. All right. Didn't they say you could though? Well, they're still blocking it. It doesn't say there's a Trump voice. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay. The how to use it thing is for the second channel, but the link is for the main channel. Everything that works on the second channel works on the main channel link, but I also added additional ones. I'll get the, actually, no, I'll just replace the link so it's not confusing anymore. What we're reacting to? Ton of videos, a lot of video game stuff today. Maybe some anime stuff too. Whoa. Anime. Whoa. Holy crap. So this should be the main channel one. I'm pretty sure this one has Trump on it. Hold on, checking. Obama. Oh, it doesn't. Why doesn't it have it? You know, the funny thing is I actually don't know how to change this. Oh, that might only be on the premium version, which is crazy. Yeah, One Piece. Exactly, One Piece. Chat is moving so fast, no one knows I'm gay. Yeah, the ironic thing is this chat does not move very fast, so everyone can see they're gay. That's awesome, though. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yo, almost Pride Month, guys! Almost Pride Month! Let's go! Everybody's gay on Pride Month. It's also my birthday month, so how cool is that? Okay, that's not what I was supposed to be watching. This is... Oh, okay, so we got video games that killed the whole franchise. We got the worst anime tropes. You got the... That's the same thing. Yeah, it's the video. And then we have the best years in video gaming. So we can do a little bit of analyzing. My friends and I used to act gay every Pride Month, and then I actually ended up being gay. Guess you weren't acting, hey! You were gay the whole time. Guess you weren't acting, were you? So this is your graduation month. Happy gay graduation. Dude, I will say, on that note, there's been some crazy stuff going on in Target, apparently. Like, people have been walking in and threatening Target employees because they have, like, Pride Month memorabilia and merchandise. So people went in and threatened them. How crazy is that? Hello?
This is not a drill. The company behind Pokemon and Zelda are claiming YouTuber videos. If this continues, all shall join Minecraft and Undertale to not be claimed and lose views.
This is not a drill. It is true. The company behind Pokemon and Zelda are claiming YouTuber videos. It's true. Thank you, Cookie, for the 5. I appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Watch Mojo. Worst company, number 2. Nintendo, because they claim all the videos. Number 1. Lockheed Martin. I guess I'll have to do, I guess I'll have to do Minecraft in the future. What do they think the Target employees can do about it? I don't know. They're going to threaten them anyway. Dude, people don't think about that. When they walk into a restaurant, people don't think. You're overestimating how much people do actual critical thinking, you know? Fortnite stream? Nah, you're crazy. Maybe one day, though. Maybe. Who knows? Homophobes are crazy. They're also dumb. Like actual idiots. Yeah, they don't want to do anything. They just want to be mad. Exactly. Exactly. I haven't never critically thinked in my life. I've only moist critically thinked. And that's just when I have the
voice on them makes me sound a little bit like critical.
They thought they wouldn't be homophobic. Facts. Yo, he's right. He's right, dude. He's right. He's so right. Okay, so should we start with games that killed their whole franchise or the 15 best video game years? Where do we start? Hold on, can I crack my back? Oh my god, yeah, I can crack my shoulder. Why'd I change the name to morepat? Because it's, you know, it's the same brand. I don't know what this song is. Okay, yeah, it's definitely Donkey Kong. You're right, it's definitely Donkey Kong. Dude, this kind of slaps though. Why is this so good? Since when did Donkey Kong have such bops? Hey! That's kind of fire. I almost like don't want to do the reaction because I just want to listen to this. All right, well, I mean, I have to do it eventually. Yo, I have to do intros on stream. I'm gonna have to do intros in front of all of you. This is like when you have to get up in front of the class and you have to like, you have to do your presentation in front of the class and then everyone's watching you and if you mess up, you have to start again. And oh no, okay. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down for this. I don't want to do a standing react. Standing reacts don't feel right. Wait, bring the music back. Hold on. Hey. You think it's gonna get the stream claimed? I hope not. Is this song copyrighted? I hope not. I mean, every song is technically copyrighted, but I hope it's not gonna like get me destroyed. I don't know how to introduce this video. I don't know how to introduce it. Okay, actually, let me, should I, what should we do here? What should we do here? What should we do here? Can I like extend this out? Ah, there we go. And then can I like zoom in here? Aha. There we go. Okay, let's do this. All right. Stream is getting claimed anyway. You said the word skull and violet. No! No, you're right! Damn it! All right. You know, I'm just going to do it like this instead. Boom. Captions on. All right. What is the best year in video game history? You could say it was the year that Tetris was created. You could say the year Mario 64. And if you're 5 years old, you might say the year that Angry Birds was created. But I think we're going to find out by reacting to the 15 best years in video game history and see what their take on the matter is. We may disagree with it, but there's only one way to find out.
Gaming can be defined by consoles, franchises, and companies, but for some it can also be defined by years. If one were to mention a specific 12-month period, die-hard gamers will be instantly transported to their favourites from that time. Now, the million-dollar question, which years are the best for the games industry?
My opinion, 2007, the greatest year for gaming of all time. Let me take you back to 2007. The year starts, it's a bit of a slow start, but as it trundles on, we see some of the greatest game releases ever. BioShock, the original Mass Effect, the original Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty 4, and how could we forget? Halo 3. And I think there was a Mario game that came out then too, which, you know, that's great too. Truly the greatest year in gaming history. That's my take. Any whether it is wrong.
Well, I'm Cy for WhatCulture.com, and these are the 15 best years in gaming history. Number 15, 2002. Once the Xbox, PlayStation 2 and GameCube were all released, the heat was on. The PS2 may have conquered its rivals in terms of sales, but one cannot deny how every system had plenty to offer, especially
Saying it conquered its rival in terms of sales is such an understatement. The PS2 destroyed everything in terms of sales. You gotta see this. Wait. I just need to see console sales, actually. Console sales numbers. Best-selling game consoles. It's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. This will blow your mind, I swear to God. The PlayStation 2 sold 155 million. Next up was the Nintendo DS. The Nintendo Switch is actually so far up there. I was not expecting that. Jeez, that is surprising. Then you got Game Boy. The next closest, PlayStation 4. Oh, Xbox. Oh, Xbox. Oh my God. I didn't realize how badly Xbox has actually been doing. The best Xbox has ever done is half that of PlayStation 2. That is depressing.
Especially in 2002. The GameCube had an astonishing collection that year, including Metroid Prime, Wind Waker, Eternal...
Oh, Wind Waker. But when that came out, people weren't super happy with it, though. That came out and people were like, why has this Zelda got color in it? I want a Zelda that's gritty. A Zelda that's grimy. A Zelda that has murder in it. Why does this Zelda green and shit?
Darkness, Animal Crossing, and Resident Evil Remake. Mere months after the Xbox was launched, it dropped Splinter Cell, Morrowind, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Sony, meanwhile, put out Ratchet & Clank, Sly Cooper, and of course GTA Vice City.
I can't deny that is a very strong lineup. I used to love Ratchet & Clank. Sly Cooper is basically Ratchet & Clank if you're cringing like stealth games instead. And then Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It's probably one of the best Grand Theft Auto games of all time. Underrated. People always talk about San Andreas. Vice City was where it's at.
With the release of Warcraft 3, Mafia, and Medieval Total War, everything was coming up roses for PC.
Ooh, okay. Medieval Total War laid the groundwork for a great series, but the game itself wasn't that good. Medieval Total War was like, meh. It's like, meh. Great, meh.
PC users. Number 14, 2004. In 2004, all eyes were on the PC. After a grueling wait, Half-Life 2 landed on the scene, picking up every gaming award you could possibly imagine. But PC gamers were spoiled for choice since World of Warcraft was released just 1 week later. Simply put, this open-world title from Blizzard changed MMORPGs forever. Its focus on...
This almost changed my life forever. I have a sad tale. When I was young, I bought World of Warcraft so I could play on my family's PC. You know how you used to have one PC and it was in your living room and you had to all take turns working it, and then if the phone rang, you would get disconnected from the internet? That was the PC that I tried to install World of Warcraft on. I had spent my own money on it, I had saved up for ages, and when I went to play, it wouldn't work. The game just wouldn't open, and it never opened. So I never got to experience World of Warcraft, which in hindsight may have been a good thing. I think that if I played World of Warcraft, my life would have went down an entirely different trajectory. I think I probably would have turned out something similar to Asmongold, but I didn't, and now I'm here.
On character progression and team-based raids helped WoW become one of the most addictive games of all time. And if you were a console gamer, you didn't really have to worry either. Back in 2004, there was something for everybody. FPS fans had Far Cry, Unreal Tournament 2004, and Counter-Strike Source. Racing fans got Burnout 3 and Need for Speed Underground 2. Remarkably, tentpole AAA franchises, The Legend of Zelda and Metal Gear Solid both...
Dude, The Legend of Zelda's art scheme there, art style, looks so much better than any other game from this time period. Like, some stylistic choices are just timeless.
Titles. And of course, this was the year that Halo 2 was mainstream news as it set launch day records for not just video games, but entertainment across the board.
Dude, Halo 2 coming out, biggest launch of the century.
Number 13.
Actually, well, not the century. Obviously not the century, but biggest launch of the year, easily, by far.
92. Street Fighter 2 is looked back on as the supreme ruler of the fighting game genre of the 90s, but did you know that it was only uncontested for a year before Ed Boon and John Tobias unleashed Mortal Kombat onto the world? Due to the digitized sprites, finishing moves, and boundless gore, MK was making a killing, no pun intended, at the arcade. Sega continued to rival Nintendo this year, bringing Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which improved on every aspect of its predecessor, and other gems like Streets of Rage 2, Echo...
Do people actually think Sonic games are fun? I thought it was like a joke. Oh, Echo the Dolphin! Yo, underrated gem. I'm so shocked that that's even here. I used to love Echo the Dolphin when I was young.
The Dolphin and Road Rash 2. Rather than tossing out another Mario platformer to stay on top of the competition, Nintendo devised a racing spin-off starring the mustachioed mascot. Super Mario Kart proved to be a triumph. It was also a monumental year for PC owners due to the release of Dune 2. Not only was this a fantastic game, it was the first recognised real-time strategy title. Command & Conquer, StarCraft and Warcraft owe their success and their very existence to this underrated classic. Number 12, 20.
Alright, that may have laid the groundwork for a lot of stuff in the future, but I wouldn't say that beats out 2004. Straight up, Halo 2 washes every single one of those games. The games that came after, like, it was pretty foundational for what came after, but let's be honest. And now we got 2011. All I remember from 2011 is Skyrim. In fact, I think Skyrim hard carries 2011. You don't even need to mention any other games.
11. With the benefit of hindsight, it's apparent that many
Portal 2?
2011 titles had a staggering influence on the industry. Dark Souls popularised the Soulsborne
Dark
genre,
Souls as well?
LA Noire pushed motion capture to the brink, The Binding of Isaac perfected the roguelike shooter formula. On top of that, Minecraft became the best-selling video game in history.
No, okay, 2011 should be way higher. Skyrim, Minecraft, Dark Souls, Binding of Isaac. That's ridiculous.
With the successes of Dead Space 2, The Witcher 2, Uncharted
Great.
3, Deus
Fine.
Ex Human Revolution, well, it seemed like every sequel at the time was knocking it out of the park. Having said that, this lot live in the shadow of 2011's magnum opus, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The fact you instinctively think of Skyrim when you hear the word open world, and maybe even 2011 in fact, goes to show how insurmountable its legacy is. With its well-designed, illustrious visuals and innovative character perk systems, Skyrim never stopped wowing audiences. Number 11.
God, I remember when Skyrim came out. I got it the day before it released. I was one of those guys, man. I got it delivered the day before it released. I went home to record videos because, yes, I opened my YouTube channel in 2011. I went home to record YouTube videos. I made the worst videos of all time. Are they still on my channel? Can I still find them? Oh, I need to show you. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. I hope they're still up there. I don't think I took them down. I think I privated them. Skyrim. Cool, come on. It's loading. Oh yeah, this will be good. Skyrim. Oh dude, I made the worst videos of all time. Oh god, they're still here. Yes! Oh my days, they're so bad. I was so excited as well. Oh my god. I have over 200 Skyrim videos that are unlisted on my channel now. Oh, and they're all terrible. It's fantastic. This is iconic right here. I gotta pull it up.
Holy shit, guys, what is up?
This is my first ever Skyrim video. Look at this. Look at this, the 10th of November, 2011. You can literally hear the excitement in my voice.
Holy shit, guys, what is up? It's patterrz back, and we're gonna start something new right now. I'm so excited for this. Oh my god, I've been waiting this for a year. Oh yeah, finally got Skyrim. I got it out a day early. I don't know if I'm gonna post it on, today. Oh, fuck it, I will.
God, it's so cringe. Oh, I was so bad at making videos. I'm marginally better at making videos now, but my god, this was... Dude, I was just so excited to play it. I was genuinely shivering from excitement. Like, you don't understand. I was an Oblivion simp through and through. When this game dropped, it was like if you rolled 10 Christmases into one day.
1994. In the early 90s, it looked like Sega had a decent chance of replacing Nintendo as the granddaddy of gaming. However, those concerns were put to rest in 94 when Nintendo literally upped their game. Donkey Kong Country's magnificent pre-rendered graphics, smooth gameplay, and focus on hidden secrets re-established the tie-wearing ape as a top-tier franchise. Although Final Fantasy has revolutionized the RPG genre time and time again, the 6th installment is still regarded as a wonder to behold. Earthbound may have not garnered much praise at the time, but it's now viewed as the Super Nintendo's most underrated title. Also, Super Metroid. Enough said, right? Now that's not suggesting Sega wasn't bringing their A game. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic & Knuckles proved the original 2D Sonic series went out on a high, but there's no question it was the year when Nintendo came back swinging. Number 10.
Nah, I'm not convinced. None of that makes that year better than Skyrim, Minecraft, Dark Souls year. Straight up, that should have been like number 2. Super far up there. No way it's better. I don't know if they have these ordered in terms of how good they were, but no shot it was anywhere near as influential.
1990.
Or I guess you could be influential, but it's nowhere near as impactful. Is there a difference there? I think there's a difference there.
No matter what genre of game you love, 1991 had you covered. There was adventure with a link to the past, puzzle strategy with Lemmings, beat-em-ups had Streets of Rage, and also there was Battletoads, the game you love and hate in equal measure. But there were two titles that deserve special mention. Despite coming out over 30 years ago, Street Fighter 2 is still the template for versus titles. Capcom's impeccable fighter popularized 3-round matches, projectiles, grappling, special moves, counters, combos, and
this is the big dick daddy of fighting games. There is no fighting game without Street Fighter 2. This is what everything modeled off. Every video game that was fighting after this basically became a ditto and used Transform to look at Street Fighter 2.
Yelling your attacks out as you perform them. 91 was also the year where Sega unleashed its secret weapon upon the world, Sonic the Hedgehog. With the simple controls and blinding speed of our hero, it was impossible not to be in awe of Sega's new mascot. The fact that modern gamers are still virtually downloading these decades-old games demonstrates how influential they've been. Number 9, 2017.
Okay, sure. Alright, what happened in 2017? The only thing I remember from 2017 was Breath of the Wild came out. I think Mass Effect Andromeda came out and everyone was like, it's stinky.
The abysmal failure of Nintendo's Wii U, gamers were skeptical about its successor, the Nintendo Switch. Fortunately, Super Mario Odyssey and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild
2017 saved Nintendo. My god. 2017 basically used a max revive on Nintendo's finances.
But the naysayers up immediately.
It's Fortnite year as well.
Breath of the Wild was released, it was lavished with universal praise, and having both of their biggest mascots come back in the same year was huge for Nintendo's re-emergence. But the Big N wasn't the only company that had a return to form. Resident Evil 7 rejuvenated Capcom's Zombie Saga. Cuphead became one of the biggest indie releases ever. Battle Royale titles made a massive comeback thanks to PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. With so many good games, it would be easy for new IPs to get lost in the shuffle. Fortunately, that wasn't the case with Horizon Zero Dawn. After playing this mesmerizing open-world adventure title for a matter of minutes, you knew it was destined to become a huge franchise in Sony's portfolio. Number 8, 2000.
Alright, I mean, that's fine. I straight up just think 2017 was Nintendo's year. They got battered when the Wii U came out. They got smacked. Oh my god, they were probably so depressed. It's essentially the equivalent of a YouTuber getting 10 out of 10 videos for 3 years in a row, where you just go down and down and down and down. Anything else from there is just like, it's fine. It's not as good. It's not as impactful. But 2001, this is huge. Halo year. Boom. Done.
2001. In 2001, it seemed like all gaming franchises had stepped up a year. Although Super Smash Bros. Was a satisfying beat-em-up, Smash Bros. Melee proved Nintendo could contend.
Oh, Smash Melee came out in 2001. That is huge. Halo and Smash. That is massive. Did Sunshine also come out in 2001?
With the big boys. Despite the fact that Metal Gear Solid set a high bar, MGS2's bar went beyond the stratosphere in terms of stealth, fighting mechanics, plot, and relevant social commentary. Silent Hill 2 was so astounding and petrifying that many gamers still refer to it as a perfect masterpiece, and its effect on storytelling and gaming is still felt today.
I'm sorry. I can't take it seriously if people are calling it a perfect masterpiece. I'm not much of a horror game person, but I think it's really funny that people are calling it a perfect masterpiece
and it's
when you have just Pyramid Head having sex with like 2 weird decapitated nurses in the background. Like, this is the peak of horror gaming. You see that? You see Pyramid Head's big schlong going into sexy dead nurse? This is a masterpiece of design.
It is still felt today.
I just think that's so funny.
Final Fantasy X immediately stood out since it was the first entry to implement skill trees, conditional turn-based battle, and voice acting. However, no franchise reinvented itself better than Grand Theft Auto. GTA 3 didn't just improve on its predecessor, it blew it out of the water. Even though the race and chase elements were still there, this threequel now boasted a massive plot, a plethora of missions, and a gigantic open world to explore. Fear not Microsoft, as their debut console had a glorious start this year with one of the greatest launch titles in history. Halo was a monstrous success, almost single-handedly securing Microsoft's future in the gaming industry. Number 7.
No! What? 2007 is number 7. I was going to talk about Halo for a bit, how Halo literally saved Microsoft completely, saved the Xbox 100%, and just caused the Xbox to become like a worldwide phenomenon just because of Halo on the back of one game. 2007 is number 7. This is the greatest year in gaming history. Again, dude, they cannot be ordering this by the actual goodness of the year. There's no way. But they're ordering it in terms of like number 7 is this. So it must be. Oh God, there's no way. This is 2007 is
2007. Although 2007 wasn't the peak of gaming, it probably spawned more
No, it was. You're wrong. You're wrong. It was the peak of gaming. You're wrong.
successful franchises than any other year. Think about it. This was the first time we performed parkour around cities in Assassin's Creed, warped around test chambers in Portal,
as
jammed
well.
like there was no tomorrow in Rock Band, tossed a coin for The Witcher, waged war against the Reapers in Mass Effect, hunted for treasure in Uncharted, and faced a Big Daddy in BioShock. Even though 2007 was defined by brand new IPs, that doesn't mean recognised series weren't giving it their all. Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4 were showered with praise, especially for their multiplayer, and Team Fortress 2 was such a hit it still receives service support from Valve even after 16 years. Since Nintendo had released the Wii the previous year,
Mario
gamers
Galaxy?
knew a new Mario installment was inevitable. Not only did Super Mario Galaxy receive universal acclaim, it remained the highest rated game on game rankings until its foreclosure in 2019. Number 6.
No shot. Absolutely no shot. Portal, Mario Galaxy, Mass Effect, Assassin's Creed, BioShock, Halo 3? And it's not, dude, this is straight up the most influential, maybe not the most influential, but just a list, a plethora, a cacophony of the greatest games of all time. The best franchises of all time. I can't imagine saying that any year is better than this. 1996 is like fine.
1996.
It's also the year that I was dropped as well, so.
Not only did 1996 demonstrate how far video games had come, it gave us a good idea of what the future would behold. Pokemon Red and Blue popularized data transferring between players and reinvigorated the handheld market. New IPs like Crash Bandicoot and Tomb Raider won our hearts and demonstrated the significance of 3D gaming. But let's be honest, you can't talk about the influence 1996 games had on the industry without mentioning Super Mario 64. The Nintendo 64's launch title was a showstopper. Super Mario 64 didn't just make the transition into 3D smoothly, it broke the mold. It was a stroke of genius for the gameplay to focus on objectives rather than reaching a goal, since it encouraged players to explore, and it remains perhaps the most important title for setting gaming's 3D blueprint. Number 5.
Facts, straight up facts. I don't know why these are so low. 1996 and 2007. I mean, if I had to pick, those would be the top 2, straight up. I can't imagine any other years being higher than that. Super Mario 64 created 3D gaming, for the most part. 1996 had Pokemon. Need I say more about that?
2005. Since nostalgia can easily cloud judgment, it's sometimes easy to wonder if we're looking on our favourite games with rose-tinted glasses. But while reflecting on 2005, you can be rest assured the lineup is just as good as you remember. Thanks to Guitar Hero, millions of players became rock stars without having to leave their living room. Because Resident Evil 4 development was scrapped on 4 separate occasions, it looked like Capcom's Undead Saga was in serious trouble. But when the long-awaited follow-up was released, it was regarded as the company's finest work. Although Shadow of the Colossus was hailed as the be-all and end-all at the time, it's actually gotten better over the years.
Why are you firing arrows at the Colossus? Do you really think it's gonna do anything? It's like firing a fly at a human being. I always wondered if my cat looks at me like the people in Attack on Titan look at Titans. Does anyone know what the theme is in Attack on Titan? Where they're like looking at a big titan, and it's like dun 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 dun. What is that theme called? Is it called The Rumbling? Okay, I don't think that's it. Red Swan? Bum bum bum, but I just want it for the video. The Red Swan Attack on Titan. No, I'm talking about like in the anime. No, I don't know, like not like the OPs, like in the actual episodes. No, this is just the OPs. Nah, I can't find it. I don't know what it is. It's at the end of the episodes. It'll be like bum 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 bum. Attack on Titan. Titan appears. Song? Maybe? Fight theme. Maybe? Nah, it's not it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. It's a shame. It would have been funny. Oh well. Does my cat think that I am a Titan? At least I'm like a good Titan. Instead of eating him, I feed it, right?
When you look at Ico's crowning achievement with fresh eyes, you can see the influence it had on Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring, and God of War. Number 4, 2013.
2013 was really good, let's be honest. This is a fantastic year.
By the time 2013 reached its end, no gamer felt unsatisfied. A Link Between Worlds was probably the most innovative Zelda entry on any handheld system. Metal Gear Solid Revengeance's title doesn't make a lick of sense, but it was fun as hell. Final Fantasy XIV, which was released in 2010 originally, was abominable, but the heavily revised A Realm Reborn turned out so well, it redeemed Square Enix's folly. On top of that, the Stanley Parable, Gone Home, Papers, Please, and so many—
Dude, that is such a funny one to have in this. I'm glad that the Stanley Parable is getting some of the love that it deserves.
More proved indie hits could hold their own against AAA titles. However, there are 3 games that perfectly encapsulate how high the standard was in 2013. The Last of Us, Grand Theft Auto 5, and BioShock Infinite.
What? I'm surprised BioShock is going up there with those other 2. The Last of Us and GTA, insanely influential. GTA 5, most money a game has ever made, I'm pretty sure. Maybe if you exclude mobile games. BioShock Infinite being up there, I'm proud. That's my boy right there. Not a perfect game, not as good as the original, but still my goat.
Forget the fact that all 3 of these released in a single year, we got to experience them all within 6 months of each other. Games like this shattered the stigma of video games.
GTA 5 is still being released to this day.
As brainless, since they focused more on character-driven narratives. For the first—
Actually, The Last of Us is still being released to this day as well, and BioShock's the only one that's not.
time, it felt like society was starting to recognise video games weren't just a source of leisure, but an art form. Number 3, 1987. By 1987, gaming wasn't just improving, but
Contra?
it was evolving. Mega Man was kind of a big
Mega Man,
deal,
all
since
right.
it was the first game to feature non-linear level select. Final Fantasy saved the fledgling Square from calling it quits, and even though it's heavily criticised, Castlevania 2 incorporated RPG and open-world elements like NPCs, maps, and a day and night cycle into a platformer. But that's
the absolute molds that a roguelike enjoyer, a Castlevania, a Metroidvania enjoyer is gonna be losing their mind when you tell them that Castlevania was like the originator of the open world game. You'd be like, what? This doesn't make sense! That's not what Metroidvania do! I guess it kind of does. You kind of go your own way. It's kind of open world in a way. Not in the traditional way that we know now, but yeah, I guess it is. Open world, definitely.
not all. Even though Super Mario Bros. Was released in 1985 originally, 87 proved to be far more significant for the Italian plumber. After all, 87 was when Super Mario Bros. Was unleashed upon the United States, and the Koopa-stomping, mushroom-grobbling hero became a global phenomenon. Even before Zelda and Metroid, this one game changed everything. Although Westerners were dubious of console since the North America video game crash of 83, Nintendo demonstrated video games
North American
were
video
here
games
to
sucked.
stay. Number 2, 1997. This is a
GoldenEye?
period where every gaming developer and system came out a winner. Mario Kart 64, Diddy Kong Racing, and Gran Turismo dominated the racing genre. Not only did GoldenEye revolutionize first-person shooters and multiplayer, it proved games based on movies could be just as good, if not better, than the source material. 97 is a laundry list of quality, so much so it's almost laughable. Star Fox 64, Tomb Raider 2, Abe's Odyssey, Grand Theft Auto, Crash
Dude, no one is thinking about Abe's Odyssey anymore. It breaks my heart because I absolutely love Abe, but no one's thinking about Abe's Odyssey. You got the theme? I think a few people had found the theme. Well, it's kind of lost its. Wait, you posted in the Discord? I can't see it. Oh, wait, here it is. Is this it? I just want to show you why. I can't use it in the video anymore because it's past the point, but I just want to show you. Kind of like that, yeah, dude. Okay, I can't play too much of it, but this shit slaps. Oh, dude. This bit. Dude, oh my god, it's so hard. Oh my god. I miss Attack on Titan, man. It's so good. Holy Jesus Christ, it's so good. The start of GTA is a funny one because no one cared about GTA when it came out. It was that top-down view GTA. Then GTA 3 came out. It changed the world. Then Vice City, then San Andreas, then 4, then 5.
Bandicoot 2 and Parappa the Rapper earned rave reviews across the board. PC owners were in heaven since they had Fallout, Ultima Online, and Diablo to choose
PC users were in heaven because they had Fallout. It's literally a nuclear apocalypse, guys. Come on.
from. And even though Castlevania had always been a respected franchise, Symphony of the Night towered above what came before. It perfected the Castlevania layout and gameplay so perfectly, it's directly responsible for popularizing an army of Metroidvania clones. And of course, there was Final Fantasy VII. The seventh entry in Square Enix's adored series wasn't just a thoughtless marvel, it showed the importance of cinematic storytelling. It opened the door globally for role players and is still heralded as one of the greatest games ever made. And number 1...
Is it really? I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually played Final Fantasy VII. My first and only Final Fantasy experience was Final Fantasy III for the PlayStation, the one where you start in like these mech suits and you roll around, it's like snowing and you fight a worm. And then another Final Fantasy, which was also called Final Fantasy III on the Nintendo DS, where you walk around with black mages and white mages, and it's a completely different game. Very strange. I think they're both called Final Fantasy III. Never played 7 though. I never understood Final Fantasy. Why are they all different? Why do we have mechs in some and then fantasy in another? Are they all in the same world? If they're not in the same world, why? This is very strange. Are they on different universes, parallel universes? What's going on with that series? Why is it so hard to understand? I understand Five Nights at Freddy's lore better than I understand Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy has been around for so much longer, and I've played more Final Fantasy games than I have FNAF.
1998. If you were living in 97, it
now
looked
we got
like
GoldenEye.
gaming had peaked, and of course the following year would have its work cut out for it. But in the eyes of many, 1998's mouth-watering assembly has never been bettered. With the release of Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot Warped and Spyro the Dragon, mascot 3D platformers were at their height. 80s kid gamers who had grown up got their hands on Tomb Raider 3, Turok 2, StarCraft and Thief. But then there's the best
Is this
of
number
the
1?
best. Metal Gear Solid was the apex of stealth, Resident Evil 2 was the definitive survival horror, Tekken 3 was the zenith of the series, and Half-Life was a masterclass first-person shooter. And
Oh my god, this is number 1? Oh, okay, listen. This is not number 1. No shot. I remain unconvinced. Even with Ocarina of Time, even with GoldenEye, there's no shot this is even the most influential year of gaming. In terms of the games that came out, like, it's pretty good. It's not the best games of all time. Why didn't they include Ultra Sun and Moon in 2017? Why the fuck would they put Ultra Sun and Moon in the most influential or best games of the year? I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I'm a Pokemon guy through and through. Ultra Sun and Moon do not deserve a sniff as the best games of the year. I don't think any Pokemon games deserve a sniff as the best games of the year for any year. And I literally do this for a living. They are not up there.
just as the year was wrapping up, Nintendo released the long awaited Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This huge risk of bringing Link into the 3D space was touted as a masterpiece thanks to its flawless everything, really. When you look back on the perfect lineup during those 12 months, it blows the mind to see so many stone-cold classics spoiling gamers for choice. And that's the list.
I remain unconvinced. 2007 is the greatest game of video gaming history. The greatest year of video gaming history. Let me know what you think the greatest year is in the comments. What do you think, chat? Are you convinced? Do you remain unconvinced? Seriously, dude, 2007 just clears everything, man. Absolutely clears it. Switch release year? Switch release year was... Okay, 2017 was only good for Nintendo. Like, if you only play Nintendo games, then you're like, damn, greatest year of all time. Holy shit, so fucking good, right? If you only play Nintendo games. But, like, for the rest of it, it's like okay, I guess. It's like a little bit lackluster. It's fine. But 2007, bam, murders it. Yo, Amelia! Thank you so much for the gifty! Appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. You can gift memberships on here if you'd like to support the channel. And we can add more emotes the more members that we get. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You absolute legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't let you know in the comments. Well, you can when the video game comes out, though. When the video comes out. I guess 2017 when God of War came out? I mean, God of War's pretty good, right? It's pretty decent. 2006 did not have much going for it, let's be honest. Pokemon's the McDonald's of gaming. Hey, I didn't say it. He said it, not me. All right, listen, I did not say it. I did not see it. You always try to be funny every 30 seconds. Bad formula for someone who normally isn't funny. I know. So I really gotta stop doing it. I either need to stop being funny or just stop doing it altogether, right? What's next? Oh, we got more videos. We got more videos to watch, don't you worry. This list left me unsatisfied. Sonic Adventure, I mean, it's not like that good of a game unless you're like a Sonic fan though, right? I think like the general normal gamer isn't putting Sonic Adventure up there. I think if you love Sonic, you're like, oh my god, I love blue hedgehogs. They're the greatest thing in the world. Blue hedgehogs are the best thing that have ever happened. Then you're putting Sonic up there. But from like a normal gamer, like a generic Andy, they're not putting Sonic Adventure up there. They're not putting any Sonic games up there, I don't think. Unless they're like super old and they played the originals. I love your hair today, dude. I've been messing with it for the last like 25 minutes. I can't get it to look how I want to look. It's just gonna look bad. Are you on Twitch? No, this is YouTube. Please, I made it myself. Dude, I have no idea what that is. Nemi, please stop spamming it, please. I'm begging you. I have no idea what that is. I am surprised that they didn't mention Undertale. Have you ever had In-N-Out? No, I've never had In-N-Out. Not before. But we have, oh, yes. Oh, we have some games that kill the franchise. Oh, no. We got 2017 gave us Cuphead. Yeah, I mean, Cuphead's fine. It's a game that was like good in the moment, but it hasn't had like the long-lasting impact that a lot of other franchises have had, right? Shadow the Hedgehog is the best game of all time. True. Finally, someone has the bravery to say it. No, Nemu, please stop spamming. Undertale 2 when? You mean Deltarune? It's already came out. Horizon Zero Dawn counts. I have nothing to say about Horizon Zero Dawn. I've never played it. I looked at it and I was like, I don't really care for it. Not my thing, right? Not my thing. Cuphead is great, but Undertale and FNAF have persisted. Yeah. I don't know. It depends what the list is really going for. It says the best years in video game history. I don't know if it was like... Were they talking about the most influential? Because then FNAF is definitely on there. But best? I don't think anyone's going to argue that Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the greatest video games that have been released. I don't think anyone thinks that, like, it has revolutionary gameplay or, like, it is up there with one of the finest creations in gaming history. I could be wrong. I could just have, like, a bad opinion here. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are arguing that, though. Monolith is probably one of the best developers. Didn't they make Tears of the Kingdom? Security Breach was decent. If you like Five Nights at Freddy's, but if you're just sitting down, you're like, I want to play a video game today. I want to play a really, really good video game. Would you recommend someone, if someone came to you, if your friend came to you and said, give me a really, really good game to play, are you going to recommend them a Five Nights at Freddy's game? I personally would not recommend them a Five Nights at Freddy's game. I would recommend them, like, anything else. I would recommend anything else. I would recommend this location. I wouldn't. I would never recommend a Five Nights at Freddy's game. But I guess I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, right? If someone's looking for, like, an objectively fantastic game, and they have no preconceived disposition on, like, a preference or anything like that. FNAF called all the shit. Yeah, FNAF did cause all the shitty mascot horror games, but it's not their fault. People just latch onto what's good, right? If I played Cryosphere, no, but I've watched Pyrocynical do a video on it. I would say Skyrim with 200 mods. Okay, that's a bad suggestion. You should never suggest... If someone like just comes out of nowhere, they're like, hey, I want to play a good game. What do you think I should play? Never say you should put 200 mods into a game. There's gonna be like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do that. Are you kidding me? I have to install 200 mods to play a game? No, I just want to play a game, man. Just give me a game to play. I say, just play Zelda. Play Tears of the Kingdom. There you go. That's good. Tears of the Kingdom was objectively, like, I think of the games released this year so far, I think Tears of the Kingdom is objectively the best game. I'm so excited for Starfield. I don't know if it can beat it. I really hope it does. but objectively, like, Tears of the Kingdom has got it on lock right now. It is a masterclass in game design. I'm surprised that this game even got released. I'm surprised that this game works. It doesn't even make sense. In theory, this shouldn't work. But man, it is really good. I don't think it'll get beat. Game of the year? Yeah, it's going to win Game of the Year. I don't think you can beat that. Even Starfield, I don't know if Starfield can beat it. I don't know if they can. I really hope it does, because I'm a massive Bethesda fanboy, and I really want it to. Hogwarts Legacy? No. No shot. No shot. It doesn't. Tears of the Kingdom clears. Easily. Jedi Survivor has a lot of issues. Yeah. I mean, it looks good. I've heard the Jedi Survivor is really good, but man, nothing's sniffing it. Nothing is even sniffing it so far. But Starfield, maybe? Starfield? Todd Howard, please. Please, Todd Howard, please. I need it to win, please. Dude, if Starfield comes out and it beats Zelda, man, could you imagine? That's the best ending. We unlock the best ending, dude. No, listen, I'm not a Zelda guy either. I don't care about Zelda. I have not played a Zelda game since Oracle of Seasons on the Game Boy Advance. I don't give a fuck about Zelda. But Tears of the Kingdom, oh my god, so good. And I don't care about Nintendo franchises. Apart from Pokemon usually. I don't care about Zelda at all. I've never played my Switch in like 2 years, apart from just like work and stuff. But man, this stuff is so good. But maybe Starfield will be good. Fingers crossed. Maybe Todd Howard won't lie to me. Please. Please, Todd Howard. Don't tell me little lies anymore. Exactly. You don't need to be a fan of something to see when something is objectively good. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking the objective stance here. Breath of the Wild is a game I've never had interest in. Neither did I. I didn't give a fuck about Breath of the Wild. I didn't play it. I never played Breath of the Wild. I didn't care about it. I was like, okay, that looks cool. Never played it. But new Zelda is so goddamn good, though. All right. Cyberpunk is going to be 20... No, dude, Starfield is not going to be Cyberpunk 2077. You're insane. I think Bethesda's best years are behind them. I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. I mean... I think Bethesda's best years were when they released, like... They did Oblivion into Fallout 3. I think that's Bethesda's best years. I mean, Skyrim... We'll throw Skyrim in with that as well. Like, from 2002 to 2013, Bethesda was killing it. But for the last 10 years, it's been slowly degrading. I love Fallout 4. I absolutely love Fallout 4. But it's not up to the same standard, right? It's not as good. Redfall kind of meant... Redfall's not Bethesda games, though. Redfall's published by Bethesda. Redfall was made by Arcane. So it's not... You can't really put that under it. Bethesda Feloof. The Shivering Isles for Oblivion, greatest DLC of any video game. Easily. Not even close. I really hope they don't fuck up Starfield. I trust them. It's been so... Dude, they've been working on the game for so long. They should take a page out of Nintendo's book, because they said that Tears of the Kingdom was finished in March 2022, but they delayed it for a whole year just to polish it. Imagine if they did that for Pokemon. Could you imagine? They delayed this game a whole last year. They were like, this game's done, but we're going to delay it a year just to make sure everything works. And it came out and it worked. My God, they did such a good job with that. Imagine they did that with Pokemon. Could you? Oh, it would be awesome. That would be fantastic if they did that. Can't miss the holiday sales though, right? Damn. Oh, but we need to release merchandise. The Doom reboot was really good. Doom Eternal, I played Doom Eternal. I didn't play the 2016 Doom. Doom Eternal's fantastic. I didn't play Wolfenstein. No, I tried to play Wolfenstein. I lost interest. How do you lose interest in shooting Nazis? I don't understand that. It's so crazy. All right. Anyway, time to react to Andy again. Games that killed the whole franchise. All right, Chad. Let's hold on. Let me close a few tabs here. Close that. Close that. How do I introduce this? Maybe I'll do an intro. Ah, spoilers! Oops. All right, more React, Andy. Here we go. 10 games that killed the entire franchise.
Let's get started off with number 10 and talk about Medal of Honor. This is
that's so sad.
classic World War II shooter franchise. I mean, it was like kickstarted by freaking Steven Spielberg. From the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era, the Medal of Honor
This video is gonna make me so sad. I have a personal attachment to Medal of Honor.
games lived a wonderful life. They were incredibly fun, cinematic, first-person shooter war games well before you had a solid Call of Duty campaign or anything like that. Medal of Honor was crushing it with score by Michael Giacchino, who is now famous for doing like superhero movies, to really incredible, still memorable depictions of stuff you'd see in war movies like Saving Private Ryan. Like
Saving Private Ryan is my favorite movie of all time, and I have a personal attachment to Medal of Honor because when I was a child, when I was literally 5 years old, the only video game that my dad ever played was Medal of Honor Frontlines and Medal of Honor Rising Sun. And me being a 5-year-old, I had tiny pea brain. I didn't know how to use a controller. So I'd be trying to play the game. I couldn't do it. And my dad, he'd come along and say, like bellowing from the heavens, as just as I die, he'd say, "Don't worry, let me give it a shot." And I say, "Oh, okay, Dad, there you go, use a controller." And he'd play on airplane mode. He'd play on inverted. And I couldn't wrap my head around it. But watching my dad like shoot people in Medal of Honor was essentially like watching John Wick on 2x speed and steroids. It was, even though he was probably awesome at the game, he probably sucked at it. But watching him play was like an assassin, a trained assassin, trained in for 20 years in the Jedi Temple. And I'll never have that experience ever again, and it makes me so sad, but those were the games that shaped my childhood in terms of first-person shooter, and to know that the entire series is dead now because of the new one fills me with so much sadness.
storming the beaches of Normandy. Yeah, Medal of Honor did that and they crushed it in video game form. From the Pacific Theater to Nazi intrigue, all kinds of stuff, they really had it going on for a while. And then, it seems like when Call of Duty and Battlefield really started to pop off, Medal of Honor kind of fell to the wayside. But around 2010, it's when EA really tried to revitalize things and kick Medal of Honor into the modern age, so to speak, with 2010's Medal of Honor and then 2012's Medal of Honor Warfighter. And the problem with these games is that they were half-assed and just so painfully generic. Now, they had their moments.
Well, this was when all the game companies were making these dark, gritty, realistic shooters, except every single company made it. For every Call of Duty and for every Battlefield, there's about 7,000 other first-person shooters that got the release that everybody immediately forgot about because it was all dark, gritty war where you go in and there's tanks and you shoot enemies from a certain country. We won't tell you which country though, because we don't want to, we don't want to start something here, but they're from a country. And they're the bad guys, and we're the good Americans. Also, a lot of these games are just like American propaganda, where you play as the good guys, which are just the Americans, or the British, and they go and shoot the bad guys, which are usually like Russians or Chinese. It's kind of crazy propaganda.
Medal of Honor Warfighter, which I do remember reviewing back in the day, not for Game Ranks, but somewhere, actually had some surprisingly good driving sections, but otherwise, these modern revamped Medal of Honor games were like totally all style, no substance. On the surface, they looked pretty good, but once you actually got to playing one, there were so many other games just doing this stuff better at the time, and they totally ate Medal of Honor's lunch. 2012 had Medal of Honor Warfighter come and go and quickly be forgotten.
I don't remember this game being released. He said Medal of Honor Warfighter, and I'm like, what in the goddamn is a Medal of Honor Warfighter?
Anything about Medal of Honor since. Then, I mean, to be fair, in 2010, there was Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, the Oculus VR game by Respawn.
Game? No, when you release a VR game, it's over for that series. Even Half-Life. Like, you're not getting Half-Life 3. They released Half-Life Alyx. Half-Life 3 is never gonna happen. It's dead. The series is done. It's over.
Of all people, but that didn't necessarily take off. And after that, and considering this was a pretty expensive VR game to make, we don't know if the Medal of Honor franchise is ever really gonna see a resurgence. I mean,
I don't understand this obsession with VR games. I really don't get it. Maybe it's because when I put a VR headset on, I immediately get motion sick and it sucks and I hate VR with a burning passion because it just makes me sick all the time. I wish I could enjoy VR because it seems so fun. It seems so cool to like wiggle your hands around. Like Beat Saber looks really fun to play. I don't get it. Why everyone invests so heavily into VR? There can't be that many people with VR headsets that play VR games regularly. right? I can imagine that it's a really cool niche that people who enjoy that kind of thing, they really get into it. And they'll probably buy all the VR games. But there can't be that many VR enjoyers. Are there? Are there a lot of VR enjoyers? It just feels like it's not something that's that popular.
Nothing is ever really dead. They could bring it back and drag it out in a couple more years and maybe do it right. But for now, Medal of Honor is definitely sleeping with the fishes.
So
Next
sad.
over at number
I'm
9,
devastated
it was
about that.
Ninja Gaiden 3. Oh man. Do you remember this one? Leading up to it, it seemed like it was going to be pretty awesome. All those cool new weapons, the kind of visual style, the game's cover art, like it just seemed
this came
really
out and people
cool.
hated it.
People were obviously really excited, specifically because the last 2 Ninja Gaiden games were great. They were incredibly challenging, really
looks like a
tight
bootleg
games.
Devil May Cry.
I mean, we still talk about Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black all the time here if you watch Game Ranks every day. Man, the lead up to Ninja Gaiden 3 was so exciting, and then when this thing dropped in 2012, it got a lot of bad reviews.
This was the first Ninja Gaiden game in like forever, wasn't it? Because Ninja Gaiden was hugely popular back in ye old days on the old 2D consoles with pixel art because it was impossible to beat. And then they released this, the first one in ages, I guess just to capitalize on the IP that they hadn't used in forever, and they made it look like a bootleg version of Devil May Cry.
Remember a really crushing one from Giant Bomb.
I'm gonna fill up my water bottle and make Hot Pockets. Can you please pause the stream for about 5 minutes? Yeah, sure, all right. Hold on. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. All right, yeah, just let me know when you're back. Yeah, I'll just wait. Psych, I'm not actually gonna wait.
Where they gave it like a 2 out of 5 stars. Overall, nobody was really happy
Nasty.
with it. I remember personally after, it just felt like regular old generic video game stuff, and along with that, the game just lost a lot of its identity. It felt really hand-holdy. A lot of people had built
this
it
looks
as
like
just
Batman
kind of
Arkham Asylum.
button-mashy and stupid. The game had your typical QuickTime events, which were popular at the time, and just something was really missing.
Wolverine.
The soul of Ninja Gaiden here wasn't quite right. And again, it's just so jarring because the first 2 Ninja Gaiden games were so tight. Those were solid video games with challenge, secrets, nuance, and Ninja Gaiden 3 just kind of felt like a cheap clone, a cheap knockoff. Now they then tried—
There's no way they got the same developers that worked on the original Ninja Gaidens to make this, or at least the same writers or the same producers to put it in the right direction. They probably just had access to the IP and they were like, ooh, we should make a Ninja Gaiden game because Devil May Cry kind of popular.
fixing it with the Razor's Edge re-release, but for most people it was way too little, way too late. And then after that, I mean, are we even gonna get into this? They put out Ninja Gaiden
this?
Yaiba, and
What?
because like that was even worse. Technically that wasn't like a main entry in the series, but still, it definitely didn't hurt things. Really,
No, from my perspective, Ninja Gaiden is a series that came out in like the 80s, had some banger games that were impossible to beat, and then disappeared, never to be seen again.
Ninja Gaiden 3 was where a lot of things seemingly died. I still think the original 2 games, and I mean the classic franchise before it, are still good enough that eventually we might see something again, but as of right now, Ninja Gaiden is kind of dead. And it pains me to say that, like it just doesn't feel right.
They made 1 and 2? Really?
Next over at number
That's
8, we have
crazy.
Command and Conquer 4, which, if you ask certain people, they say it was kind of the last gasp of the good series. I mean, Command and Conquer as a brand still exists today. They roll it out for certain things, but
I love Command and Conquer because they work in these live action shots in with the actual gameplay. They just film like live action cutscenes instead of animating it. And there was a really good one. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. This is the best video game cutscene of all time.
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I won't let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
He acts it so well. It's so goofy and I love it. It makes me sad. I played one Command and Conquer game and it was this one. It was Red Alert. Such a funny game, dude. Oh, it's fantastic. The original Command and Conquer games are supposed to be more serious. I don't really care for them. The goofiness is so fun though.
Command and Conquer 4 was the last numbered entry, and it was
Red Alert, that one, yeah, Red Alert Uprising or whatever, that was one of those. That was a great game.
Isn't that great? They really kind of changed up the whole resource gathering thing in favor of more like managing and capturing different control points, and it just didn't feel the same, and it
looks
seems
like
like
Halo
it
Wars.
didn't for a lot of people. That being said, it's an okay game. If you look at reviews, you know, it's got a lot of 7s across the board. Not a total complete disaster or anything like that.
Okay, a lot of 7s across the board when it comes to game reviewers, like mainstream game reviewers, like your IGNs. All that means is this game either could be okay or it is completely dog shit. If a game is completely dog shit, but it still functions correctly, they'll just give it a 7 and be like, it looks okay, and it works, I guess.
That, but I feel like there's a lot we can dive into with just like the main Command and Conquer games, how the Red Alert games change things up. Like there's a lot of nuances here, but ultimately the bottom line is that 4 was just 4, and then too many people, the RTS genre started to kind of lose steam, at least with mainstream popularity. They're still out there, people really play them and love them, but they don't quite
I don't know if
pop
that's
off.
true, because this was around the same time that Halo Wars released, and people loved Halo Wars. I loved Halo Wars, and you got the Total War series, which has always been popular. You got like Civ, you've got Age of Empires. Those were all like pretty popular. Hi, I'm back. Why didn't you pause the stream? You lied. Oh shit, sorry, dude.
In terms of mainstream sales like they used to. And I think EA unfortunately realized that they're always the first to bail on stuff, and in this case,
EA,
they
that's
kind of
why.
bailed
That's
on
why it died.
Command and
Okay.
Conquer. Next, over at number 7,
That
we
makes
have
sense.
Castlevania Lords of Shadows 2. Now, this released in 2014, and it's
What?
actually technically like the last new entry in the series in almost 10 years. And that sucks because they were kind of onto something with the original. I mean, depending on who.
There are so many Castlevania games that I never knew existed. Oh my god! There are so many Castlevania games. What? Lords of Shadow series? What? Spin-offs? What the There are so many Castle. I thought there was like 3.
Who you ask. It definitely took a lot of stuff and threw it to the wayside from classic Castlevania games, but it was a cool refresh. It was very of the time, kind of a God of War style game, but with cool vampires and the Belmonts and all that stuff you expect. But Castlevania Lord of Shadows 2 kind of took it even further with you playing as Dracula, with you being the bad guy, and that was something that ended up being a cool twist in the first game, and then in the second game, it kind of went hokey. It kind of jumped the shark a little bit. There's parts where it's in a
How do you jump the shark when you're playing as Dracula, the Lord of the Night, the vampire demon lord? What can you possibly do that makes you jump the shark in that scenario?
modern world, and it just very much was more a video game of the time, a 2014 game, you know, cheesy cutscenes, over-the-top characters,
This is the
quick time
prequel to
events.
Morbius.
I personally like that stuff, but not always for Castlevania, and while it was cute for Lord of Shadows, it was not as good for the second one. It didn't review as well as the first game, and ultimately I think that coupled
First
with
one
the
did
fact
well,
that
though.
Konami was just being Konami at the time, and really were kind of stepping away from games, that was it. Castlevania, I don't think is dead forever. I think we're going to see more of it soon. I really hope so. I really think it's time for this thing to return full speed ahead, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Doesn't Konami just make pachinko machines now, basically? They make Yu-Gi-Oh! And pachinko machines, and they're like, damn, they're raking it in. They make so much money.
Next, over at number 6, we have Dead Rising 4. Now, let's
Oh,
roll
no,
the
this is
clock back
sad.
a little bit. The original Dead
can't believe they
Rising
made
was
this game.
revolutionary. It was just so cool and creative and a really good spin on an almost like George Romero-style zombie game with a good Capcom Japanese spin to it. It was creative.
Dead Rising was so good because in a sea of zombie games, there was so many zombie games releasing, but there was a 10-year period where there was like 5 zombie games releasing every single month, a ridiculous amount, but most of them were all serious and gritty. They had your Call of Duty Zombies mode, but this one was just goofy. This one was just funny. They tried to have a good time with it, and that's why it was so good.
It was challenging, it was stress-inducing, and it was also technically very impressive. For a lot of people, if you ask some of us, that first game was truly special, and the series never really quite reached the same heights since. It was all
No,
downhill.
2 is good.
Now,
2 is
the second
good.
one kind of continued the thing, added some things, and it was all right. But then by 3, the game started to lose its identity.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought Dead Rising 4 was this one. The gritty one, the gritty realism one, where you were like a mechanic and everything was like dark and sad. I thought that was 4. So if this isn't 4, then what is 4?
So 2016's Dead Rising 4 was supposed to be kind of like the comeback kid. You were once again playing as Frank, the beloved classic character, and it had kind of a shopping mall Christmas time spin. Like, you weren't just in a shopping mall, there was a lot more to it, but still, it seemed like it was going to have some callbacks to the first one and be a good time. Unfortunately, though, the game was not received very well at all.
Oh my god.
Now, full disclosure, I played it, I thought it was alright, I didn't think it was the best in the series, but I certainly didn't hate it by any means.
They tried to bring back the goofiness and they failed, which I don't know what happened to it. Why did it have such bad user reviews? It had 4.8 on user reviews and it had the dreaded 7 on critic reviews, because if you release a game and it functions and it looks okay, you get a 7 at the very least.
But for most people, they were checked out of the series at this point. I guess completely lost faith. I think that ultimately the bottom line is that they just kept watering down what Dead Rising was from game to game. And by 4, it had really dried up. I mean, it was another open world-ish game in a sea of them when a lot of other games were kicking ass that year. I mean, 2016 was the year that like Hitman started to kind of roll out, the new Hitman. Doom was blowing people away, so Dead Rising just kind of came like a fart in the wind. Ultimately, it seemingly flopped for Capcom, and that's really all we've heard about Dead Rising since. That was 2016. We're pretty far out from that. I expect good old Frank West to be dragged out for something at some point, but not a new mainline game anytime soon.
That's so sad. I feel like Dead Rising 3 was the actual game that killed the series, because it just took it in a completely different direction that everybody was like, this is not that great. And then they tried to roll it back, and then they removed a bunch of stuff that made Dead Rising good in the first place. But they were like, oh, no, it's goofy again. Look, we got the original character. Isn't that cool? We're like in a shopping mall again. But it was just a bad version of the first game. And then everyone was like, nah, we're checked out. We're done now.
Next, over at number 5, we have Fear 3. Now, let's roll it back again. The original Fear was absolutely revolutionary. It was an incredibly tense, technically impressive first-person shooter with compelling enemies, some challenge, and also just, it was surprisingly scary. It had some really, really good scares to it.
Fear was the best shooting that I'd ever seen in a game. The way that people react when you shoot them, they kind of ragdoll, they get hit in certain areas, there's like a proper reaction. It was so cool to shoot people in that game. I don't know about the rest of the game.
This kind of continued with Fear 2, but at that point, the developer-publisher had really smelled the money, and Fear 3 released in 2011, and really it was a shadow of its former self. If you compare Fear 3 to the first game, it's like being on a different planet. Fear 3 just was very much of the time, a very 2011-ass game with corny cutscenes, weird cheesy characters, dumb over-the-top moments, shoehorned co-op elements that, yeah, you can say that some of those elements were actually kind of creative, but still, it wasn't really what Fear was.
It's so hard to get multiplayer to work right in any kind of game that you think even remotely has a chance of scaring you. Because when you're playing with someone else, there's no chance that things are going to scare you. I mean, a lot of horror games do have co-op or multiplayer, and it does work sometimes. But most of the time, you're not going to be scared if you're with a friend. If you're goofing it up, if you're telling them some jokes, you're not taking it as seriously as you would if you're in the room by yourself with the lights off and it's nighttime at 3 a.m. and you're calling Kermit the Frog at 3 a.m. with J-Station.
And bottom line, it wasn't scary at all. I don't really know what they were thinking with this game, to just go so far in a different direction, and after being like, oh, that's what people like, you just totally flipped the franchise on its head. Okay. It wasn't like a creative risk or anything, it felt totally half-assed. And interestingly enough, the game actually has okay reviews. If you look at the Metacritic, I mean, like, the review scores are okay, and the user scores, the actual fan scores, are much lower.
This reminds me of Resident Evil 6. Everything he is saying is just breathing Resident Evil 6. They took it, they turned everything on its head, they made everything corny, they made it a super duper shooter, probably with co-op as well, and it was completely against what the series is usually about, and it wasn't scary, and it came out in that similar time frame. It gives Resident Evil 6.
People were really burned by this one, and I don't know if we're gonna see Fear ever again. That was just like a special point in time.
Resident Evil revitalized,
Fear
though.
Game is just magic. Now down to number 4, don't get me started on this one. I take this
Always
one
pissed.
extremely personally. It's
Always pissed.
SimCity. The 2013 game, just simply titled SimCity, was kind of like the harbinger of what was to come with the problems with modern games, and specifically a lot of the stuff that EA pulled. The lead up to SimCity 2013 felt big. The screenshots, the videos, everything coming out, the game looked absolutely massive and incredible, and it seemed like Maxis and
This was the first video game release controversy that I saw online, and it was hilarious. EA had gone off the deep end. They released SimCity, and it was dog war. Either it was glitchy or it was lacking the features that it required, but Sims individuals were pissed. And I feel like it's so hard to get the Sims fan base to be mad at something. You have to really be absolutely insane. You have to money grub so hard to get the Sims fan base, which is usually like 20 to 40-year-old women that just want to sit here and play a nice video game for a while, to be pissed at something.
EA were really going for it. It was seemingly going to be more dynamic, more detailed, with more zoning, way more options, just a kind of different gameplay style, a whole new engine. And like critically, at face value, some critics thought it was all right, but
2.2.
unfortunately,
Oh my
once it actually
God.
released to mainstream audiences, the game hit a lot of problems. It was technically an absolute mess. It was buggy, it was messy, it was all over the place, and it also was one of the earlier games that were considered always online. And it was a game that you'd pretty much be playing.
The always online controversies too. Oh, that was when the Xbox One first originally came out, and everyone said, oh, you're gonna have to play all your games online. It's gonna be always online all the time. And everyone was so pissed at that. People were not happy. And that combined with the fact that it was buggy and messy on release, lacking all the features that were required, it was a recipe for disaster. And it was so fun to watch. I had absolutely no draw, no connection to The Sims whatsoever. Never played a Sims game. Don't care about Sims. Watching it unfold was just, it was funny. It was hilarious. I feel bad for some of the developers that work on this, but I don't feel bad for the suits that got yelled at for this one. Because it flopped so hard.
By yourself, but EA wanted you to be connected to the internet. And the problem was, when SimCity launched, there were a bunch of network outages. So it was just kind of like a huge perfect storm disaster. There was tons of crashing. You'd be sitting around waiting for the game to load, to connect to EA servers. People were actually losing their saves. And
This
it
was
was
when you
just
had to
like
have
a
an online
disastrous
pass to play
launch.
games
If you
as
think
well,
modern
right?
game release launches are bad, SimCity 2013 really kind of paved the way. This was like an early games as a service game. They wanted you online, they wanted you playing, and they wanted to keep updating the game constantly.
And the game
keep you
sucked.
playing SimCity forever. And you know what? That's admirable, but it didn't hit. Technically, it was way too early for this type of content delivery, and ultimately,
no.
other developers showed how to do it right. I mean, this
You know, it sounds like they're saying that, SimCity was just too ahead of its time. They were just too visionary. They just didn't have the technology required to execute their fantastic dream yet. It was too ahead of its time. We weren't ready for SimCity yet.
City Skylines games and all their expansions are great. They have a great player base, a community, people that buy into these things because it's done right. SimCity 2013 wasn't. And at this point now, what
2
technically after
years
this one?
after,
Technically,
it
a
got shut down.
section of Maxis closed down in 2015, and that was cited for the reason. And SimCity now at this point is kind of just reduced to mobile game whateverness. Whateverness?
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
sad.
Whateverness is SimCity 2013 if you ask us. Next,
Damn,
over
what
at
a
number
disaster.
3, we have Saints Row. Yeah, the 2022
No! This may be the saddest one on the list, because Saints Row was such a good series. When the first one came out, everyone was like, damn, this is goofy GTA, and it's a lot of fun. I can run around and hit people with dildos. That's awesome. Then Saints Row 2 came out, and people were like, oh my god, this is the GOAT. Now we have GTA, and we have Saints Row. And then it just went downhill from there. Saints Row 3 came out, people were like, this isn't as good as Saints Row 2, but it's still pretty good. I can see the fun in this, I can enjoy myself. And then Saints Row 4 completely went off the deep end. It took the goofiness and turned it off to 7 billion and 2. People were like, that's a little bit too goofy. And it went on hiatus for a bit. And when it came back, when Saints Row came back after that hiatus,
reboot was a pretty rough game. We reviewed it, we put out a before you buy video, and we were not fans. It was technically an absolute mess, but also it lost so much of the humor and charm that the original games had. Say what you will about them, some people love them, some people hate them, some people like the early ones, some people...
The dialogue in the reboot was insanely cringe. they were getting together as a gang and they're like, hey, what do you want to hit? And the other person's like, I don't know, I just have to pay off my student loans. They're trying so hard to be relatable to the TikTok generation. It physically hurt to watch some of these cutscenes.
People like the later ones, but Saints Row 3 tried to make all those people happy and ultimately made none of them happy. The game was absolutely completely lifeless, devoid of charm. It had a cool city, but the stuff you did in it wasn't very fun. It was glitchy, and all the characters that you hung out with were shockingly annoying. The game very quickly, publicly failed to meet expectations of the holding company, Embracer
And it was
Group.
glitchy as well.
After that, Volition, the developers who had been developing the games since the beginning, got absorbed into parts of Gearbox Entertainment. And it's worth pointing out that Saints Row at a point had
my
like a
days.
60 on Metacritic and like a 2.5 on user score. And
Jesus
credit to the
Christ.
developers, they actually supported it post-launch. They put out a little bit of stuff, but ultimately nobody cared. It's such a shame. Because like I said, whether you like the early ones, whether you like the later ones when they went totally crazy, the Saints Row games were special. They were cool for a lot of people for a variety of different reasons, and Saints Row 2022 seemingly will quickly be forgotten by most people. Hey, if you had fun with it, that's you. We're not gonna judge you.
I'm willing to bet that most people had forgotten about this game about 2 weeks after it came out. I'm willing to bet that if you ask the average gamer how many Saints Row games there are, about 2 weeks after this game came out, they would say there's 4. Everyone forgot about.
But it doesn't seem like Volition is making another one anytime soon, and they were good developers for a very long time, and it's a shame.
Knocking them down.
It looks like right to hell retribution on this. Damn. What a crying shame. Doesn't look fun.
Okay,
Looks like a great time.
Here on out, observe and report.
Now, coming down to number 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Yeah, that was the last one. When was the last time you thought about Marvel vs. Capcom? When was the last time you thought about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Well, the 6th mainline entry in the series, which was released in 2017, just pissed off a lot of players, and there was just a lot of bad PR floating around about it. I mean,
It feels like fighting game players are the easiest to annoy. I always see fighting game players being constantly angry all of the time. Whereas the Sims players seem like they're really hard to annoy, or like Animal Crossing fanbase seems like they're really hard to annoy. Fighting games are always a conduit for hate. Everyone is always so angry when they play fighting games, which makes sense because playing fighting games themselves is so rage-inducing.
specifically with what we've talked about with a lot of games in this video, a lot of the core elements of Marvel vs. Capcom were diluted, watered down, stuff was taken away, and ultimately the game was considered playing it safe. Now, as someone who's not an experienced fighting game fan, I found it kind of just cool to pick up and play and punch some people, but the hardcore fighting game community, man, these games live and die by those people, and if they're not happy, that's it for the game. And that was the case with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Not to mention all the other stuff that they pulled with this, like certain locked characters, microtransaction stuff, I believe a really crappy collector's edition that a lot of people...
No! That's the Infinity Stones? Oh my god, what an insult! Collector's editions are usually absolute tripe. It's complete trollop. You should never buy a collector's edition. There's usually never anything good with them. If you like the game that much, just buy 2 versions and give one to a friend so that more people can experience it. Don't buy a collector's edition. It's completely pointless. But this is just an insult. In fact, no, you deserve it. You deserve it. It's like the Fallout 76 tote bag that they were supposed to get, and it was made out to be this really sick bag, and it was really high quality, and when they got it, it was basically a plastic bag that you can get from Asda.
Well, they got ripped off. There's a lot to this one in the news cycles, but ultimately, the game just kind of came and went.
The
And
Infinity
that's how
Eggs
these go. Are we going to
that
see
don't glow.
another Marvel vs. Capcom at any point? I don't know. It seems like Marvel is really down to clown with some cool video games again, so maybe, but it has certainly been a while. Marvel vs. Capcom has been dead since Infinite. Now,
Yeah, the
down to
bags are
number
moldy
1,
too.
we have Driver 3, or
Driver
as I
3?
like to call it, Driv 3R. Yes, this was the time where we were putting the numbers in the titles of the games and movies. This was very normal at the time, if I'm being totally honest. But still, Driver 3 followed up a pretty fantastic series. The original game was completely unique for the original PlayStation, and Driver 2 kind of introduced some like open world, get out of your car type elements, and they really felt like they were onto
Wait,
something.
you can get out of this car? That's crazy. I have heard that the Driver games are absolutely fantastic, and I have not heard about them since. It is so hard to keep things like fighting game series and racing game series alive. Anything that's like car-based is so hard to keep alive. The only thing that I can think of that is alive to this day is like Forza and maybe Need for Speed. Does Need for Speed even still make games? Does Gran Turismo still make games? Because there's such a small amount of people that actually want to play these games that you have to make it chef's kiss, spot on for them.
But after that, the rise of
except for
Grand
Mario
Theft
Kart.
Auto
Mario Kart's a
came,
given. Yeah,
and
Mario Kart's always gonna be
Driver
popular.
3 really was kind of chasing at that game's heels. There was a time when we had like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but then also 2004's Driv 3R. And I mean, if you compare the two, yikes. I mean, where Driver is a little bit more realistic and like a little bit more gritty with some cool car mechanics and physics and stuff like that, it was still a total mess. I mean, the shooting, the third person, anytime you were on foot as Tanner, it was totally lame. The game was a technical
this
mess,
looks like
and a lot of people didn't really care,
a
and
uni
Grand
project.
Theft Auto ultimately ate its lunch.
Why would you ever play this when Grand Theft Auto exists? God, how depressing. What an absolute nightmare. Well, what do you think about those terrible video games that killed their franchises? Any other video game franchises that have died recently? Let me know in the comment section. There we go. Wasn't there a rating controversy? Probably. There's always rating controversies with everything. I swear to God there is. He should not be holding a gun. He should be at work. True. He should be at work. You're right. Fallout 76? No, Fallout 76 didn't kill Fallout, though. Fallout 76 has not killed Fallout. Not yet, anyway. Fallout 5 will be made. It'll just be released in, like, 2042 or something like that. It hasn't killed the series, though. They're definitely going to make a new one. Okay, Dino Boy, I understand. I get it. I understand that. All right, I get it. F-Zero? Is F-Zero, like, done for good, though? There hasn't been a new Fallout since 76. That's not because it killed the franchise. It's because Bethesda is so bad at making games in a timely manner. Like, it takes them so long to make games. You could say that Skyrim killed the Elder Scrolls because there hasn't been a new Elder Scrolls since Skyrim came out 12 years ago. But we know that's not true. Like, there's one being made right now, and we know that. But just time between franchise updates doesn't mean that a franchise is dead. There's a way that you can kill your franchise if it releases and everyone collectively agrees that it sucks. They don't have any new ideas for F-Zero. Is that why they haven't made a new Mario Kart yet? Because they couldn't justify making a new game? I kind of respect that, to be honest. Right? I do respect it. And to be fair, yeah, Fallout 76, this may surprise some of you to hear, but Fallout 76 actually, let's look at Steam charts, genuinely has, like, people that play it regularly. Like, peak players, like 10,000. That's more than so many games. Dude, when Redfall came out, this dropped to like 200 in like 3 days. There are still people that regularly play this like all the time. And it's still like decently popular. And that's just on Steam. That's not counting like the other ways that you can play the game. I mean, it's no Counter-Strike, obviously. Like this, oh my God, current players 1.63 million currently. That's insane. That is ridiculous. That is too many goddamn people on Counter-Strike. This is way too popular. But you'd be surprised how many of these old games have really, really, really active player bases. Like Destiny 2 has 116,000 people playing it right now. Team Fortress 2 came out in what, 2000 and what? When did it come out? 2009 or something like that? And it has 81,000 people playing it right now. Isn't that insane? That blows my mind. War Thunder, Warframe came out years and years and years ago. 60,000 people playing it to this day. It just blows my mind. It is so much more populated than so many recent games that have come out. If I were to search like Redfall, let's have a look at Redfall. Arcane, Bethesda. What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's so sad. Oh. You hate to see it. More like Deadfall, you know what I mean? Its all-time peak was 1,500. That is, I mean, I would say it's sad, but it makes sense, right? That's so sad. Oh my God. Yeah, red fell off already. Dude, even Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has 28,000 people playing it. That's surprising me. Actually makes me happy to see 28,000 people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Red Dead Redemption, big fall off. Not near as good as GTA 5. The Outlast Trials came out. I thought that would be a lot higher. I'm going to be completely honest. I thought that would be way, way higher. Outlast? What's its like all-time peak? All-time peak 36K? Okay, maybe I overestimate how much Outlast would actually have people playing it. Gary's mod. Dude, Left 4 Dead 2 came out in like the 2008. Still has 26,000 people playing it right now. That's insane. Skyrim has 22,000 people playing it right now. That is a single player game. A single player game that was released 12 years ago. Okay, I guess the special edition wasn't released 12 years ago, but a single player game that is 12 years old, currently on Steam, just on Steam, has 22,000 people playing it. That is insane. This is longevity that you can't get from like just advertising something and spend a lot of money on something. This is longevity that you get from having a genuinely fantastic game that has an incredibly powerful player base behind it. That's so sick though. I'm so happy about that. Look, Total War Warhammer 3. I love this series. I know no one else plays Total War. No one in the stream, watching the stream right now, plays Total War. I play Total War. I think this is great. This makes me so happy. Because this game is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic video game. Love it. Great game. You got Mountain Blade, which is good. Very good indeed. Age of Empires. Dude, so many of these are like single player games that are like strategy games. Ah, we got some people that play Total War. I love you. I just want you to know, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. If you play Total War, you're the GOAT. Spartan Total Warrior was a lot of fun. Dude, 18K people playing Cookie Clicker right now. Isn't that funny? Fucking Cookie Clicker. Look, 14,000 people playing The Witcher 3. Came out in 2013, man. The Witcher 3. But it just has longevity. People just go back and play it constantly. It's just a good game. A really good game. I can't believe so many people are playing Cookie Clicker though. Like Fallout 4. It's funny that Fallout 4 has like 10,000 less players on it than Skyrim does. Kind of hilarious. Actually, this is weird. Fallout 4 has more people playing it than Fallout 76 does. And Fallout 76 is basically Fallout 4 with a multiplayer component. Which is interesting. I guess it's because the regular Bethesda enjoyers are not really multiplayer players. And you can't mod Fallout 76 in the same way that you mod Fallout 4, I guess. I guess you can still mod Fallout 76, but probably not on like the level that you'd mod Fallout 4. Oh, yo, people playing Titanfall? That's actually very cool to see. Dude, Bloons Tower Defense. Hogwarts Legacy is way down there now. Slay the Spire, my go! My go! Slay the Spire! Such a good game. The original Counter-Strike still has 10K people on it. That's hilarious. Counter-Strike Global Offensive having 1.6 million people playing it right now just blows my mind. Absolutely destroys my mind. But yeah, the point is you can make a good game that lasts basically forever just by making a good game. And then people will come back and play it constantly. All of the time. I remember when I used to stream Bloons Tower Defense. I used to stream it consistently. If I played Persona 5, yeah, I didn't get into it, to be honest. I wasn't super into it. Why do I look at my YouTube notifications? It's just people replying to my comments all the time. All right, chat. Time to... Okay. We're gonna play Nintendo Shorts. All right, here we go.
Guess the anime character by only seeing their feet. All right, Frank the Tank, the anime connoisseur. This guy's got...
What the fuck? I don't know. Go? What are these shoes, man? I've never seen that before in my life. What the hell is that? Is that like
some really cool shoes? Who's that character?
Oh, that's my freaking boy!
Yeah, Gon. Yeah, like that's what I meant. Hunter Hunter. Oh my god, did I get that right? Sorry, I meant Gon. Yeah, the guy from Hunter Hunter. That's what I said.
Who's your boy?
That's Gon.
That is correct.
Holy shit! I've never seen Hunter Hunter before. How did I get those? How did I get that? Oh my god.
Oh, these are some stick.
Inky feet. Yeah, don't disrespect this character. He's one
They do look like they smell, don't they?
of my favorites.
I mean, God, I'd smell those feet anywhere. I
All right,
want
we
to
get
say
it. They smell.
Tanjiro?
That's correct. Yeah.
Oh wow, dude. Frank's a go at this. What the hell? Frank is so good at this. Oh, that's Naruto. Okay, no, it's a Naruto character. I don't know if it's actually Naruto, but it's a character from Naruto.
Naruto.
That is correct.
I've never seen Naruto.
Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking
Come
go.
on, you know who.
Oh, what is that? Is that that looks like a Dragon Ball character? Janemba?
This is the most powerful in the universe.
Yeah, it's Monaco.
Wait, Monaco?
Go, the goat.
Bro, there's no way he put that in there. Why did he put Monoka? How do you guys know that? There's no way that you should know that. How do you know that? You guys are weird, chat. That's fucking weird, man. Dude, he's got nips. I don't like how he has nips. He shouldn't have nips.
Monaco, but you got it.
Oh, that's just a guy.
Oh, this was a mob?
No, he's a very powerful guy.
That's Mob.
That is correct.
Let's go! Oh my god! How did I do that? Damn! Holy shit, I'm kind of killing it.
Guess the anime.
Damn, alright, let's go. No. Give me more
Guess the
Nintendo. Give me more Nintendo shots. Give me more. I want more Nintendo shots. Okay, let's go. Okay, I did that one, so we can't do that one. How about this one?
Guess the video game character from their colors.
Let's analyze.
Ooh. The Donkey Kong character that's the girl. Missy Kong. Lassie Kong. Girly
This,
Kong.
we got pink, we got yellow as the main colors. I also see some brown and tan like a monkey. Dixie Kong from Donkey Kong.
That is
Let's go.
correct. Who is this?
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers from Smash Bros.
Yo, without skipping a beat.
That's easy, man. Easy,
That is
easy.
right.
Oh, is it Tom Kanuka? Bong Nuke? No, the guy from Dig Dug. It looks like it's an anthropomorphic character that wears like a helmet.
God, this is not an easy one. I have an out of left field guess. Rossetti from Animal Crossing.
Yes, Ryan.
That's what I meant.
Very simple color palette, but very.
Black and white television.
Very appealing to look at, I gotta say. Much like that sub button that you should totally hit.
Is it Shy Guy?
No, this is Hollow Knight.
Oh, Hollow Knight. Okay, well that's a Koopa.
That.
That's easy.
Koopa Troopa from Mario.
That's correct. Guess the video game character from their colors.
Okay, I didn't do so good on that one. Which is the real Pokemon?
Which is the real Pokemon? Option A or
Which is the real one? A or B? Dude, I can't even see the what's the Oh, it's the teeth. I think it's B.
or option B? Good luck.
I'm gonna need luck. You sent me two Weezings.
One's real, one is simply an imposter.
B is the real one.
That is incorrect.
He has top teeth? I didn't even know he had top teeth. What the hell? I didn't know he had top teeth. What the fuck?
It is A. It's the Giratina round, Ron.
Oh god, what's different here? Is it the wings? Oh yeah, it's the wings. Oh no, that's easy. It's B.
Ryan?
Up front, I see the red spikes on the top by the wings. I'm gonna say that A is the real one.
I'm gonna say that's incorrect. It is
Let's go. Fuck you, Ryan. You suck.
B. Look at the legs, Ryan. You see the black lines? The fake one has more of those. I think.
Oh, I didn't even notice I didn't even notice that. I just noticed the wings. Ooh, what's the difference here? Is it? Oh, it's the Ghiblies on the ring bums, and there's red on the. There's red on the right. Is it? I want to say
You're
B.
gonna get this next one.
It's the eyes, that's the difference. A is the real Dustox.
That is correct. Let me ask you a personal question. Do you like Halloween?
It's not very personal, yeah.
Which is the real Pokemon?
Okay, so we got teeth down here, and we don't have teeth there. I don't remember which one's the real one. Is that the only difference? That's the only difference. Okay, is it A or B? I think it's B.
I want you to point it out to me, because I think that I can find it.
Listen, there's no time limit here. You take your time, you figure it out, and through the power of editing, it will seem like you figured it out very quickly.
A is the real Gorgeist.
I'm gonna say that's wrong. It's B. Which is
Let's
the real
go!
Togedemaru?
Yeah, I got it right. I beat Ryan. I'm liking the video.
I don't think Game Freak intended for some brown triangles to be on the
Oh, no, he has the bigger cheeks. He's got huge cheeks. It's the right one.
tail back there. Let's say that B is the real Togedemaru.
That is correct.
Yeah! Dude, this is so addictive, man. Okay, I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna play this one so you can play while I pee. I'm gonna pee.
Which is the real shiny Pokemon? Option A or option B?
I don't know what it is about A, but it's just screaming fake shiny to me. B is the real one.
It is B, that's correct. Will he get this next one right? Which is the real shiny?
Blue shiny, A.
That is correct. Hey Ryan, do you like croissants? Which is the real croissant?
He thought about that for like
I had
4
to think
seconds.
about it. I'm not gonna lie, I had to think about it.
Let's go with A is the real croissant.
That is correct. You know Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes? This is his little brother.
B is the real shiny.
That is correct. They're great. And so is hitting that sub button. This is your channel mascot.
I don't know if that's my channel mascot or my channel mascot's dad. B is the real shiny.
Ah, sorry, champ. It's A. Which is the real shiny Pokemon? Option A or option B?
I don't know
you get
what
it?
it is about A,
Did you win?
but it's just screaming fake shiny to me. B is the real one.
It is B. That's correct. Will he get this next one?
Oh, it's repeating. Sorry. Did you win, chat? Did you get it? Did you win? Did you people happy win? I did it. Smile. We won. Smile. I did it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for popping into the stream today. I'm going to upload a brand new video onto the second channel right now. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys tomorrow.